Hey, what's up, teenagers? This is part 2 of male and female relationships for you teenagers out there. So we established in our first session that, first of all, according to Genesis chapter 1, God made man in his own image. If you have your Bibles, turn with me to Genesis 1 verse 27. That's our key verse. If you found it, say word up. Genesis 1 verse 27 says this. So God created man in his own image. And in the image of God, he created male and female. He created male and female. So I'm saying this, male and female relationships are God's idea, according to the word of God in Genesis. So I find out teenagers always ask the question, why? Why, mom? Why, dad? Why? I have a question for you teenagers. Why do you want to be in a male and female relationship? That's the question. Why do you want to be in a male and female relationship? If your answer is, I just find that everybody is doing it. Wrong answer. That is not a good reason to want to be in a male and female relationship. So, if you're a boy, I want you to ask yourself, why do I want a girlfriend? If you're a girl, why are you asking yourself, why do I want a boyfriend? I think it's so important that you need to know exactly why you want a relationship. A lot of times teenagers want a male-female relationship just because of peer pressure, or just because the whole world keeps pushing that every teenager needs to have a boyfriend and girlfriend. No, that is not the right answer. I was so focused when I was a teenager on my athletic ability to play basketball, the God-given talent God gave me. I was so focused as a teenager because I had a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, that Jesus was my BFF. When I sang Jesus loved me, I knew Jesus loved me. And that was my focus. I believe when you begin to get focused on what God has called you to do, you don't worry about having to have somebody on your arm to make you somebody. So why? I ask you again, why teenagers? Why do you feel like you have to be in a male and female relationship? I told you already, male and female relationship was truly God's idea. Why? Check this out. In Genesis chapter 2, let's turn there. Genesis chapter 2, verse 24 says this. Therefore a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. Now, the reason why I say that is, how's that deal with teenagers? Male and female relationship, I believe, as I thought as a teenager, that was all about preparing and have a foundation about getting married. I didn't want to be tied down as no teenager. Are you crazy? Tied down with some brother? I wanted to go out and play basketball. I wanted to go out and continue to build my relationship with my BFF, Jesus Christ. I wasn't worried about being tied down to somebody. And that's a lot of times. You have to ask your question. The real question is, why do you feel like teenagers that you have to have a male and female relationship? Do you really feel like you can keep a holy relationship with God, sisters being with a brother at this age? Guys, do you feel like you can keep a good holy relationship being with a sister at this age? And you also got to realize, when you answer these questions, the decision is not just yours, the decision also is your parents. They have to decide whether or not you're mature enough and spiritually mature enough to be able to handle being in a male-female relationship, male and female relationship as a teenager. So, Ephesians 6:1 says it like this. Children, that means you, y'all. Children, that means the youth. Children, that means the teenagers. Obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. So if you want to be in a male-female relationship, remember, it's not going to just be your decision, but it'll have to be your decision and your parents' decisions. Now listen, I know you have so much more and you want to hear so much more from me about this. I will give you at least one more part to talk about these male and female relationships, because remember, it's important that you keep your eyes on Jesus, whether you're being by yourself or with somebody else. Word up. Agape always. See you next Sunday. Dr. Rhonda.